Today, we're gonna share with you how we plan our travels as a couple and whether you're planning a trip with your partner or planning a trip on your own. Watch this video till the end because we guarantee that it will make planning your trip more easier, more efficient, and it'll kick off your travels in the right foot. That said, we'd appreciate it if you give this video a like and consider subscribing to our channel for more travel tips. And without further ado, let's get right into it.
When we plan a trip, we don't just randomly pick a place and book flights. We actually sit down together and talk about what we want this trip to feel like. And we would ask each other do we want it to be a slow, relaxing reset or something more adventurous. Getting clear on the intention helps us stay aligned from the start and avoid planning two completely different experiences.
Yeah. And after that, we talk about our budget. Not in a stressful way, just honestly, we try to make it fun. We decide what we're comfortable spending overall, and then we roughly break it down into flights, accommodations, food, transportation, activities, and so forth, as well as including a buffer. By the way, we have shared our expenses in some of the countries we've traveled to with this exact breakdown in the past. So if you want to check that out, we'll link that up above. So make sure you watch it after this video. That said, back to including a buffer, we always include a cushion because something always costs more than you expect. Having that number early keeps us grounded when we start looking at options and the choices we make for the trip.
Then we start looking at destinations, more so which continent we might want to travel to get some ideas. We look into the season, best flight prices, and how much time we'd want to be away for. We also check entry requirements, visa rules, travel insurance coverage, and any other documents that we might need before actually committing to anything.
Then once we choose the destination, flights are usually the first thing we book. We don't just look at prices, we look at the total travel time, layovers, arrival time, baggage policies, and airport location. Sometimes paying a bit more for a direct flight is absolutely worth it for the time and energy you save. Like, we're not gonna do an extra 5-hour layover if it's like a $50, $100 difference. We take a lot of things into account, and time is definitely one of the biggest priorities for us.
After flights are secured, we move on to accommodation. For us, location matters way more than luxury, so we'd rather stay somewhere central and just walk everywhere than to spend hours commuting. We also sometimes collaborate with hotels, so that's a plus for us because we get to make content out of it and have a few nights for free. But when we do book stays, we also make sure to read reviews carefully, check recent photos, look at safety of the area, and always double check what's included, like breakfast, parking, Wi-Fi, cancellation policies, and all of that.
Then we start building a loose itinerary. Nothing set on stone, not a minute by minute schedule, but a structured outline just to give us a rough idea of what we'd like to do and see. We make a list of must-see attractions, neighborhoods we want to explore, viewpoints, cafes, local experiences, and day trip options. We pin everything on a shared map so we can see what's close to each other and group activities by area. That alone saves so much time once we're there.
We also research transportation within the destination, like if public transit is good over there, or should we get some transit passes, or do we need to rent a car or a motorbike? And we already plan about how we're getting from the airport to our accommodation before we even land. So we look into what kind of ride-hailing apps we could use.
Now, food planning is a big part of our trips because, we both love food. Who doesn't? We look up local dishes we want to try, so we're not just ordering random things. We save a mix of highly rated restos and casual, affordable spots nearby. We also check opening hours because nothing is worse than planning to eat somewhere and finding out it's closed that day or it's like a holiday or something. It's definitely happened to us a few times. So, yeah.
If there are some really popular attractions or tours, we do book those in advance, but most of the time we kind of just do it the day before, just because we don't want to pay for something and then we actually don't want to go. But anything that sells out quickly or has limited availability, we secure early. So that could be museums, guided tours, special experiences, or even some well-known historic restaurants that require reservations.
And as the trip gets closer, we review everything. We double check confirmations, airport terminals, baggage rules, and timing. We screenshot important bookings and save them offline. We both have access to all the reservations. So if one of us loses signal or battery or something, the other has the information. In fact, we do this for any important documents. We have it saved in our multiple devices.
We also create a shared packing list based on the weather and the activities that we might want to do. And especially since we are content creators, we do plan some of our and most of our outfits just so that we're not overpacking. And of course, to make sure that we have all the essentials like sunscreen, mosquito spray, and little travel bottles to put our lotions and skin stuff in.
We also prepare financially. We check foreign transaction fees, decide how much cash we might need on this trip, and notify our banks if necessary. We make sure we have travel insurance details easily accessible. And as far as travel insurance goes, we typically go with Safety Wing. You could check them out. Link is going to be in the description box down below. It's affordable travel insurance that's flexible and very easy to make claims through, which is why this is our go-to travel insurance. They're just very reliable.
And finally, we leave space. Like, we don't schedule every hour to be packed with things to do because we intentionally like to leave room for spontaneous things to happen, or if we just want to relax and not do anything. Some of our best travel memories that we've had came from plans that weren't planned at all.
That's basically our step-by-step system. It keeps us organized, reduce stress, and make sure we're both involved in the process. Planning together honestly becomes part of the fun. It builds the anticipation before we even leave, which creates a lot of excitement for the both of us. Well, that's it for today's video. You already know what to do. Give this video a like and subscribe to our channel for more travel videos like these. And we'll see you in the next one.